as a filmmaker, I have this question of what is, as a filmmaker, do I even useful? Like, what are the art for? So I have this kind of existential question. I have a few filmmaker friends that got arrested and was stay in prison, and a few people they passed away in the prison, and a few people they were in prison and they got out, but they also have lost their original purpose working in the film industry. How the hell the films are going to impact the resistance or revolution or whatever the change in the policy? And we are talking like, no, it doesn't mean anything, it doesn't do shit. We are artists, so we just make film.
So just to give you an understanding, the scale of the movement that is happening in Myanmar, it started, as you know, in 2021, after military junta took over power from an democratically elected government. And I think now the strength of the resistance army is 1,100, right? Sorry, 100,000, right?
Yeah, it's estimated, we never know.
Yeah. So as if whole generation has taken up arms in Myanmar, and the human catastrophe is staggering. At least 50,000 people have been killed. So we'll talk about all that with Comrade M. So to start with, you have been making other kinds of film before this. So how and why? We know the why, but how you started this project?
Okay, so I'm originally a filmmaker, but not very political filmmaker. I mean, I'm political, but more like roundabout kind of political. But when this military coup happened, I was lost. As a filmmaker, I have this question of what is, as a filmmaker, do I even useful? What are the art for? So I have this kind of existential question. So anyway, I travel to Thailand, and I travel to my friends who are the protagonists of this film. And then, because I'm a filmmaker, I also have my phone and my camera together with me. So I interviewed them, and then I found out that they have a lot of cat footages because, like me, they also have lost their original purpose of travel bloggers. So they stopped shooting travel blogging, but instead they shot a lot of cat videos. So I got their cat videos and combining with my footage, so I quickly was able to edit a short film, that is this film.
So how is Comrade Poopy and his parents now?
Sorry?
How is Comrade Poopy and his parents now?
Okay, now they crossed the border, and now they are in a way safe from the pressure of the war, but they are still not safe from the pressure of the society and the immigration.
So to give an idea that to our audience, that how a normal person like you have been affected, if you can go through that, your friends and family, how they have been affected by the ongoing crisis that is happening in Myanmar. Like you were saying that you have lost your friends and families to this. So if you just can, I know it's difficult, but if you just can take us through that.
Okay, so this is I have a few filmmaker friends that got arrested and was stay in prison, and a few people they passed away in the prison, and a few people they were in prison and they got out, but they also have lost their original purpose working in the film industry. And my family also has to move from the big city to the difficult places, trying to find a better life. But then again, Myanmar is right now at the moment very chaotic. So, and many regions are in the civil war. So yeah, they are now in a way safe, but not really safe from all the what's happening around them.
So not many people here, I think, would know about PDF, right? So if you can just take us through the idea of PDF and what is happening in Myanmar, the people who are doing in the PDF.
Okay, so PDF is, we are not talking about Adobe PDF, right? We are talking about People Defense Force, yeah. So, the general, because perception with the PDF is under the shadow government, which is the National Unity Government, which is in short we call NUG government. But in reality, the situation is much more complex because in every township and every village, there are different PDF groups. Some groups, they go under the command of the NUG government, and some groups, they stand on their own. Some groups, they work with the existing ethnic armed forces that were fighting against the military. So in general, everybody's aim is to fight against the military dictatorship, but in some sense, it's very complicated situation because they are not under one command, and some groups have kind of not getting along with each other, and
So there has also been the old functioning armed groups in Myanmar, like Arakan armies and all that. So there is three brotherhood, so if you can take us through also the idea of three brotherhood that is happening in Myanmar.
Okay, I can talk all about it all day, but it's very complicated. But I follow a lot of news, so I know a lot. But I have to say that in the north there are KIA, and in the south there is KNU that were like 60, 70 years old and long history fighting against the Myanmar military for their own independence or federalism. And then there is three brotherhoods, which is the Arakan Army, MNDAA, and TNLA, which recently became very famous for winning a lot of regions, and especially in the west, in Rakhine State. But it's actually generally, Myanmar or civil war is considered that the resistance is winning, but the reality is that in the center of Myanmar, there are different Burmese groups, and some of the groups are winning, some of the groups are partially controlling their region, some of the groups are fighting against the military, but the military is still controlling big cities in the center of Myanmar. And the Arakan Army has taken over like the 85% of the west, and also Chin State, which is a little bit north of Rakhine. And KIA also control a lot of the Kachin State in the northmost, but it's very scattered. So this is not a consistent, continuous region, more like scattered region. But in the northern Shan, which is the east of Myanmar, mostly they are controlled by the ethnic armed forces. But then again, Shan State is a very fragile state because it has at least 8, 9 groups which are controlling, but at the same a few groups are fighting together with the Myanmar military. So the whole country in a situation, the resistance is gaining momentum and taking control of more regions, but at the same time, the country becomes more and more chaotic. And also there are influence of China in the Chinese border and a lot of groups.
So it feels a little odd to talk about the aesthetics of the film because the situation of the Myanmar, but we were kind of amazed while watching the film that you kind of have that, I can call that trop, like using that little cat, to tell the story of somebody who is fighting and leaving everything and went on to fighting the state. So how that thought come to your mind?
Okay, the first one, the cat is a cute animal. So I like that. It's better for the eyes, right? And another thing is that I wanted to talk about the smaller people, like because the politics are, of course, the conflicts, the decisions were made by bigger people on the upper stage. But then again, the way I see is that the little people, their lives, how they struggle to be resilient, how to remain, to keep their life going, even in this kind of chaotic situation, and even if their original meaning of their life existence has lost, they have to try a new meaning for their life. I think this kind of resilience is what drives the society keep going.
So now I'll open it to the audience, and I can see a raised hand in the back.
Hi, thanks for the film and thanks for coming here with all the problems around the world and showing this something from Myanmar which we generally don't ever get to see. My question is simply about, like, I could see that in the film, like, they were uploading photos and everything in the Facebook, and as a medium of propaganda, like, to let everybody know what is happening in there. So my question is, like, as far as I understood, that Facebook is the internet there and they have like absolute government control and stuff. So like, how is it getting propagated everywhere? Because last time, as far I knew, that they had this free basics policy or something which they tried to do in India. They failed. They were successful in Myanmar, and that was one of those keys that helped in Rohingya genocide that time. So currently, when this is happening, how is the government trying to control this narrative there?
So can you be a little bit clearer?
No, I have difficulty understanding.
Yeah, so my question is, like, I could, in the film, it was showed that they are taking photos and uploading in Facebook to actually promote the situation that is happening there, for the people who are fighting back against the military coup. But as far as I know, that Facebook controls a lot of the internet there, and as far as we know, that the government controls Facebook. So, like, how is those information is getting propagated, and how many people are getting to know that this is happening?
Okay. I understood now that Facebook is kind of controlling, and that in the Facebook they are showing a lot of fighting. So how it is going with the Facebook? So it is generally like this. And America is, even though they are not really helpful in this civil war, they are kind of in their policy, they are supporting with the Myanmar resistance. So they take down almost all the military pages and posts and people, but they allow mostly the resistance sides, so long as it's not too much violence or too much nudity in it. So yeah, that's how their Facebook policy is.
Yeah, so any more questions?
Thank you for this film. I have two questions. One is, so you mentioned that they are your friends, the people in this film. So my question is, were you able to screen this film in Myanmar? I guess the answer would be no. And second of all, does this film put these people at risk? I mean, this exposure, because a lot of people are seeing their faces, and right now the entire world is seeing a crisis, not just Myanmar, I believe, if you look around. And these are the two questions.
So number one is that this film is not screened in Myanmar. It's screened mostly in festival. So it's not a public film. Number two is does this film put the people into more risk? So because yeah, of course there are phases of people, but mostly those footage are that I am allowed to edit and make a film, because they are already in the front row of battle, so they don't care if their face is in the film or not. They are not like the Yeah. People who go underground or stay in the cities. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see another raised hand.
I have one question. As we know that Myanmar media is controlled by their government, then how this movie is going to be impactful that to the general people for whom you have made this movie?
Okay. So I also have the same question. Actually, like a few years ago, I talked with an Iranian filmmaker that we talked like how the hell the films are going to impact the resistance or revolution or whatever the change in the policy, and we are talking like, no, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't do shit. We are artists, so we just make film.
Yeah, any more? Yeah, yeah.
Hi, thank you so much for making this. I just wanted to ask, like, the very last scene, you know, where, like, Honor, that's her name, like, she's looking for Poopy, and Poopy is not coming back. But, like, to me, like, I got very sad and concerned, but then I remembered that she had said that, you know, whenever she thinks Poopy is not going to come back, he does come back the next day. So I was just wondering, why did you want to end on this note? Like, was it this interpretation that, you know, matlab, maybe like all hope is not lost? So I just wanted to know your point of view. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for asking this question. Like, if I go to a gallery and ask the meaning of a painting, sometimes the artist is very angry, but I'm not angry. So it's open to interpret. But then again, I wanted to be nuanced, like because I don't see things like black and white. I like it's life is like more nuanced of grace. So this is because her husband is also going to war, and he also disappears, something like that, and the cat also act like that. So they might or might not come back. So it's the meaning I want to convey. Thank you.